How you doing, guys, and welcome to another episode of my PlayStation Plus roundup. This time I'll be looking at the two free games available on PlayStation Plus in July 2018. The second game available is Absolver. Now, this game was released in August 2017, so it's fairly new. And I think the best way to describe this game is it's sort of a cross between multiplayer and single player. It's sort of like an action role-playing game where multiplayer elements are thrown in. I suppose if I had to compare the overall tone of it, I guess I would have to say it's kind of similar to Dark Souls. Not the actual gameplay or look or even feel of a game, but the sense that you carry on going for a single player adventure and the multiplayer elements are thrown in, much like Dark Souls. So for example, you can see other characters around the world traveling around as you're playing. Sometimes they can attack you, sometimes they can ask for your help. In that respect, it is similar to Dark Souls. However, that is where the similarities end. Primarily because Dark Souls is actually a good game. The main problem I had with the gameplay of this game is that the fighting mechanics, they try and come off to be a lot more deeper than they actually are. So you have a bunch of combos that you can perform, and you can also change the stance of your character, and depending what stance you're taking, your character will perform different combo moves. It sort of encourages to switch up gameplay, because in the middle of a combo you can change stances, which will in turn change the outcome of a combo. It does sound a little bit complicated at first, and that's what I mean when I say it tries to sound more deep than it actually is. Because I very quickly learned that instead of wasting my time trying to pull off these combos or trying to change stances, I could get just the same, if not better results by just constantly spamming the triangle button and literally doing nothing else. As well as the actual fighting part of the gameplay, there's also the customizable options. You can change your outfits to provide different armors and protection. You can change the way that your fighting stances will perform different moves. You can even upgrade your character. The more enemies defeat, you'll get experience points, and you can use these experience points to pump into stats to better your character. Pretty much standard stuff for any role-playing game. You can increase strength, endurance, how much stamina you have, how much health you have. It's all pretty much standard stuff, and it's nothing that we haven't been seeing before. The world itself does have a pretty unique and I suppose interesting look. It definitely makes it stand out. Unfortunately, all the locations look exactly like each other. And when you add that onto the fact that there's no map in this game, it is incredibly easy to get lost where you have no fucking idea where the hell you're supposed to go, or even if you want to go there in the first place. Because the actual story of this game doesn't really give you a hell of a lot of information as to what the hell you're supposed to do next. The majority of the time it seems to be a case of, oh, go here and kill this guy, and then go there and kill that guy, and then after you've done that, go to this area and kill that guy. It's all very basic stuff. From what I can make out, the basic story is you play a warrior who's trying to go through these trials and prove himself to be a great fighter. It's pretty basic stuff. I think the main appeal to this game is obviously the fact that you can compete with other players around the world. For example, I was just innocently making my way through this level, and this guy decided to invade my game and start attacking me for no reason. So naturally, I had to put him in his place. Unfortunately, the same gameplay rules that I explained earlier also worked out here. While he was wasting his time trying to pull off these epic combos and constantly switching his stances, I literally just kept spamming the triangle button over and over again, and I come off the winner. Now you might think, oh, but you won the fight, so surely you feel some kind of gratification from that, but no, I don't. I just feel like that I cheesed it. The mechanic is put in place so that you're pretty much guaranteed to have a win by just doing this mechanic, and it becomes incredibly boring. I also have absolutely no idea who this game is supposed to be even aimed at. I mean, as I've said before, it's a multiplayer focused game, and when you have multiplayer games on the market right now like Fortnite and the Battle Royale games that are blowing up, that seems to be where all the interest is at the moment. Now, don't get me wrong, I am by no means saying that you shouldn't make a multiplayer based game if it's not a battle royale. By all means, I encourage that. I like the fact that there's a different choice on the market. If you're not into battle royale, you can play other games, but if you are, you can go back. I like that. The only problem is, because these games are so damn popular that are literally played by millions of players, then if you are going to make a game that's multiplayer focused, you damn sure better make sure that it stands out from the crowd. And unfortunately, this just doesn't. It's so bland and so forgettable. Anyway, as you probably figured out by now, I am not a fan of this game. However, everybody is different and everybody does have different tastes, so if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, then you can download this game right now absolutely free and give it a go, and maybe this game will be for you. It's not personally for me, especially when it comes to fighting games. For fighting games, I prefer a lot more faster paced action, like the Mortal Kombat or Soul Calibur games, and I know that this isn't the exact same kind of fighting game as that, but it is something that I would much rather prefer to have an online focused game of, other than this. So, anyway guys, that was my look at the 2 free PlayStation Plus games available through July 2018. And although I do like Heavy Rain, I gotta say, this month's lineup of games does seem a little bit weak compared to previous months. Here's hoping that next month's lineup of games will be much better and I can make some much better videos out of them. Thank you for watching guys, and I'll see you next time.